Madonna and Randy Quaid are Prohibition-era party animals in Bloodhounds of Broadway, one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert, and I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is Bloodhounds of Broadway, the promising movie homage to films of the 30s that fails completely, however, to tell a good story or really honor those old-style films. Rather, Bloodhounds comes across as a dress-up time for a bunch of celebrities. The time is New Year's Eve 1929, the Jazz Age, the Flapper era, and among the many stories told here is the strained romance between chronic gambling loser Matt Dillon and showgirl Jennifer Grey.
Can I buy you a drink?
No, you may not. They're free regret.
I know. I was just being polite.
A polite man calls a girl after he spends the night with her.
Another bit of unrequited love involves another showgirl, played by Madonna, who often rejects the constant attention of her good-hearted, oafish friend, Randy Quaid.
Listen, brother, I've been around the block a few times, and I heard every line in the book, and you're not playing fair.
Among the hangers-on in the Broadway nightclub scene here is Esai Morales, trying to make time with a flapper.
And don't bother to follow me.
That's Julie Haggerty there with the distinctive nasal voice. The tone of the whole film is aggressively colorful in the style of the 4 Damon Runyon stories that inspired it, but it's always hard to try to pull so many stories together, and it certainly doesn't work here. The filmmakers, I think, should have concentrated on just one, perhaps. As a result, we count the stars, we look at their clothes, and we remain profoundly bored.
I found the movie extremely boring, and one of the reasons it was boring was that everybody on the screen seemed to be excited about a joke that they hadn't let me in on. One of the things that the 30s movies always did was make it very clear to the audience where you stood, what the story was about, and how it was going to be told. This doesn't mean it didn't have style. They had great style in the 30s, but they also had clarity. This film is style without clarity, and so it's just a lot of sound and fury.
The style of the 30s films really didn't have to do with what clothes that people were wearing. It had to do with a pacing, with an energy in the camera movements, and a crispness in the dialogue. And this film went for the most easy thing to do, just by the 30s look, the clothes.
You know, I like your line where you call them, where you call the movie dress-up time for celebrities, because the movie that this one could be compared to, and unfortunately wouldn't stand up, is Guys and Dolls. Now, Guys and Dolls is also a musical based on Damon Runyon with famous people in it. People as famous when it was made as Madonna is now. People like Marlon Brando, for example. But the difference is in Guys and Dolls, the actors really did deliver performances. They believed in those characters. And here, it all seems like a lark for these actors, as if they're having fun being in a 30s movie and wearing the hats and smoking the cigarettes.
The other thing is
that doesn't work.
The other thing, Guys and Dolls had a great musical score. This one is forgettable.
That is also quite true.